Hi girls, so in this video I am going to be doing the eye makeup look, the cut crease with the silver glitter along the top. So I will start off by doing the eye makeup and then I'll finish off the rest of the face then. Alright, so I'm just going to clip my hair back here. So I'm going to start by filling in the eyebrows. Oh, actually I am going to prime my face first. So I'm using the Ordinary primer. And it's a wee pea size here. And just spreading it all over the skin. Priming your skin just really helps the makeup set and prevents sweating and just makes it last longer. Just make sure it's really well rubbed in, and it also helps any dry patches in your skin as well. Alright, so I'm just going to get a wee spoolie and I'm going to start brushing up my eyebrows. Giving your eyebrows a good wee brush just helps the product stick better and also helps create the shape. So I'm going to use just a wee angle brush to fill in the eyebrows, and I am using MYX gel that I have put into this glass jar because when it's in the plastic tube it can sometimes get very dried out. So I'm just going to use a wee drop as well of the Inglot Duraline drops just to help loosen up the product. Just applying a small amount onto the brush. And starting from the bottom of the eyebrow in the inner corner, drawing a line and then bringing it along to the outer end of the eyebrow. And always just start off with little and then kind of build up your colour. Then I'm going to start bringing the product 3/4 of the way into the eyebrow. Just start filling it in more, helping you to create the shape. And then bringing it up towards the top of the eyebrow and brushing it out. Just applying more product. Again, starting in the middle, 3/4 of the way in the eyebrow, bringing it up to the top, and then creating a bit of an arch. That's one done. I'm just doing the exact same thing on the left eyebrow, using another wee bit of Duraline. Just literally one wee drop, that's all you need to loosen up the product. And applying a small amount onto the brush, always taking your excess off at the end. And again, drawing a light line in the inner corner of the eyebrow, and then bringing it out and around. Now start bringing the product up the eyebrow, only 3/4 of the way in, and then bringing it on round to the outer area of the eyebrow. And now bringing it more towards the top of the eyebrow and then arching it round. That's that bit done. And then I like to keep a bit of a faded look in the eyebrow, so I'm going to go back to my spoolie. I'm just going to go 3/4 of the way in the eyebrow and brush the product in the way. because you don't really want to apply too much product because you want to keep that nice fade look. And brush it out, and again 3/4 of the way in, and then just brushing it out. And that's that done. Next part, I am going to just conceal around the eyebrows now. That really helps give you your shape as well, even if you have used a wee bit of product up over the eyebrow. The concealing it will really help show the shape of the eyebrow. We'll change around the wee lines here. No. Just so that you can see me. So I'm going to go in using just a wee small flat edge brush. And I'm going in with the Revolution palette, and I am going to use this shade here. Applying a little onto the brush, starting from the bottom of the eyebrow and working your way up, and then sweeping it out towards the end. Just like that. And now making sure it's all nice and even. And then doing the same with the left eyebrow, just applying the product along the bottom of the line that you have created, bringing it up towards the arch of your eyebrow, applying a wee bit more product and sweeping it out to the end. And then just going back over so it's nice and even. And then now I'm going to do the middle part of the eyebrow. So just literally drawing a wee line down to give it a nice square shape, and doing the exact same thing in the other one. And then I'm going up above the eyebrow now. So again, just keeping within the natural flow of your eyebrow. Bringing the product up and around. And then bringing it down towards the arch. See the difference? And then just again, applying it up above the eyebrow, going in the natural shape of your eyebrow, and then sweeping it down. And that's that part done. And then I am going to use the Maybelline eye eraser. So I have two shades. So the first one is Cool Ivory, and the second one is Ivory. I use the Cool Ivory along the top because I want to keep it nice and light and highlighted, and then the Ivory shade in underneath the eye. You just start by twisting it up, keep your eye closed, and just draw it over the top. And then taking the Ivory shade and bringing it down and underneath the eye. Now I'm going to go in with a wee fluffy brush. That is a wee Everyday Minerals one. I think I got Gordon's Chemist. Really good for blending out concealer. Keeping your eye closed and just patting on top of the eyelid. Kind of blending it all out, but not completely blending in the product. You just want to kind of take away the roughness. And then the same thing underneath the eye. Just getting rid of any lines and using round sweep of motion. And then close the other eye, just doing the exact same thing. Patting it out. And then again, and underneath the eye, just doing the exact same thing. And then just blending in the lines that you created when you were concealing the eyebrows, just to take away any roughness, just make it a little more softer. Now, and that's the eyebrows and the okay girls, so this is part 2 and continuing on from the cut crease. So once you have applied the concealer and blending it all out, I am going to start by applying the Micro Force tape. Now this just really helps give the cut crease a nice clean line, and it means you can go a wee bit mad with the eyeshadow as well. So just take it off about a couple of centimeters thick and applying it literally from the edge of your eyebrow and up to the crease of your eye, and then just smoothing it out. And then just doing the exact same thing in the other eye. You can get this Micro Force tape in Poundland. So just looking up and applying it to the crease of the eye, the outer corner, and then just smoothing it down. So reapply this one. Now, so I'm going to start by doing the base, and I'm going to be using the Morph 35XO palette. So the base shade that I'm going to be using is Body Language, and I'm just going to apply this to the full crease and up over the top. So getting a big fluffy brush. That's to be LND 05. Applying the Body Language onto the brush and tapping off any excess. And then just starting from the outer corner and bringing it in. Again, tapping off any excess and applying it to the left eye now. Starting from the outer corner and bringing it in round circular motions. And again, tapping off any excess and starting from the outer corner and then bringing it into the inner corner of the eye. And say this is just your wee base colour. And then again, applying more product. And then looking down, trying not to close your eye fully. I know it can be hard, but it's just easier to judge then where you're applying the product into the crease. Another wee bit over the side, and looking down, and then round circular motions from the outer corner, bringing it in. So that's that part done. And then going in then with another fluffy brush, but just a little bit more tapered. So this is the Powder and Pout P310. And I am going to go in with the shade called Show Some Skin. So again, just applying a little bit of the product on the edge of the brush, tapping off any excess, and then looking down and applying it in the inner crease. So you're working more towards in between your eyebrow and just above the eyelid. And just bringing it in, focusing more on your outer corner, and then lightly bringing it in with round sweeping movements. Okay, again, applying some product and then just tapping off any excess, starting from the outer corner and then bringing it in. And round circular movements, keeping the eye open and just kind of looking down so you can help guide that you're getting into the crease. And we'll apply a little bit more product. And again, looking down and then applying it up just above the eyebrow bone and your inner corner. Round sweeping circular motions. Okay, so that's our base done. Now what we are going to do is go in with the darker shade. So we're going to start from the outer corner and make our way in. So I'm using the wee Kiko eyeshadow and it's called Bright Jewel. And I'm going to be using the black shade of it. So getting a smaller tapered brush, again this is a Powder and Pout P325, and applying some of the product to the edge of the brush, and then looking down, you can close your eye for this one, and just patting on the darker shade to the outer corner of the eye and bringing it out. Always start in the inner corner of the eye and then lightly bring the product out towards the end of the tape, kind of out towards the end of your eyebrow, and then just round circular movements, just keep blending. And then again, do the same with the other eye. Have it. And again, just focusing on the inner corner of the eye and then start bringing it out. Can you just use the excess of the eyeshadow because you don't want it being too dark. And again, keep on applying until you build the colour that you desire. Some people like it darker, some people like it a little bit more blended in. Me personally, I like it nice and dark towards the end of the cut crease. Okay, so that's the dark base done. So then now I am going to go in with the wee flat edge brush again and my Revolution concealer. And I am going to go in with the middle shade again. And I am just going to conceal out this part of my eye so then I can use like a nice metallic colour and then a light colour in there. So starting in the inner eye, drawing a wee line along the bottom first and then bringing it up towards your eyelid, and then just applying the product over the top of the eyelid, and you're only going like 3/4 of the way in. And then lightly blend it in towards the dark. And then I go back in with the wee tapered brush that had the black on it. And then kind of blending them together so that you're not left with any harsh lines. That's enough of that. Okay. And then now I'm going to go in with a wee flat edge brush. I'm going in with the Ghost palette, Starry Eyed. And I am going to use this metallic purple shade. So applying some of the product onto the brush. Again, tapping off your excess. And applying it to the middle part of the eye. And going again, just kind of patting it just onto the eye. And you start building up the colour. Probably going about 2 or 3 goes just to get it nicely built up. And then again, on the other eye, or sorry, the same eye, I'm going to go in again because I like to have a good bit of a wee metallic effect. You can see it's starting to build up. That's that part done. I'm just going to do the exact same in the other eye. Again, going in with the Revolution HD palette. And then I am applying the product onto the end of the brush. Keeping the eye closed, drawing a line along the top of the eyelid, just above the eyelashes. And then bringing it up in kind of like a half moon shape. And applying a little bit more product. And then bringing it round, as I say, into like a wee half moon shape, and then bring the product over. And then blending it in towards the dark. So then what I'm going to do, I am going to go back in with the wee Ghost palette. And with this shade here, and applying it onto the edge of the brush. Oh, sorry, actually I need to go back in with the little tapered brush with no more product on it. Just use what was already there and blend the black and the concealer together so that there's no harsh lines. You don't even notice every word you say gets right under my skin. Out of focus, but your heart is open, always trying, but I feel like giving. Go in now with the product, tapping off any excess and just patting it onto the middle part of the eye. And then again, keep building up your colour. So again, applying the product on, tapping off any excess and patting it onto the eyelid. Takes me to the point I can't control myself. If that's that part done. Now I'm just going to go in with the lighter shade of the Starry Eye palette. I'm using the opposite side of the brush and applying the lightest shade, and we are going to apply this to the inner part of the eye. Again, just be pattern movement or movements, and just blending it in towards the metallic shade. Closing the eye. And just applying it in the inner corner. A little bit more product. And then just be pattern movements and applying the product. Just kind of like patting it onto the inner part of the eye just to keep it nice and light. And again, this side. And just blending it all together. And that's that bit done. Now I'm going to go back in with the smaller tapered brush that we use for the crease colour, and I'm just going to lightly bring it into the inner corner just to blend out any harshness that there may be from the concealer, and do the exact same thing on the other eye. So now what we are going to do is we are going to use the concealer to carve out our crease and then apply the glitter. So I am going to use, this is a All in the Gates brush. It's like a wee eyeliner brush. So I'm going to use that to apply the concealer to cut out the crease. I'm going in again with the Revolution palette. The palette is really good. And applying a little amount of the product onto the brush. And then keeping the eye closed, starting from the inner corner and bringing it up around kind of like a half moon shape. Keeping the outer corner or outer area of the eyelid, and then bringing it along towards the outer part of the crease. And then sweeping it out towards the edge. Just like that. And then I'm going to go in with this little glitter. It's a Piora one. I think I got it in eBay. And I'm just going to apply the glitter on top of the crease. The cut crease is called. So this has got like a 2-in-1 glitter and glue, so it's quite handy to apply. You're just covering over the area where you have created the cut crease. And sweeping it out to the edge. Last one eye done. And we're going to do the exact same on the left eye. Again, applying some product, keeping the eye closed, starting from the inner corner, and just going to following the shape of the outer part of your eyelid. Starting off kind of like with a bit of a moon shape. Applying more product. And then just lightly bringing it up. And applying a little bit more product. Always starting from the inner eye. And then sweeping it out. And just blending it together, making sure that there's no harshness. Sweeten it out. That's that bit done. I'm just going to apply the glitter now. Just lightly. And so just apply more glitter along the cut crease that you have created. And just using a little product at a time, taking your time and sweeping it out. Just having a wee look back and just ensuring the two sides match. Now, so that's that wee bit there done. So now, girls, what I'm going to do is we are going to remove the tape. See the way it's giving a nice clean line. So I'm going to bring some of the product just in underneath the eye just to kind of blend it all in together. So I'm going to go in with the Morph palette again. And sorry, I'm just looking for my wee flat edge brush. So using a wee smaller taper brush again, and I'm going in with the same shade again, the show some skin. So I'm going to apply some of that onto the edge of the brush, tap off any excess, and I am going to apply it just in the bottom of the eye area. Again, doing the exact same thing, the other eye, and just lightly blending it in underneath the eye. I'm going to go in with my brush that I use for concealer, and I'm going to get rid of any harshness that may have been created, applying the product under the eye. It just helps blending all together as well. Okay, so I'm going to go in now with it's the Clarity brush E25. And it's a really wee short brush. It just helps kind of get your definition of your darker colour in underneath the eye area. So I'm going to go in with the metallic shade that we used in the middle part of the eye from the Ghost Starry Eye palette. And I'm going to be using this shade here. Applying a little bit of the product on the edge of the brush. And just focusing in the middle part of the eye. Just the exact same, like we focus the middle part of the eyelid as the middle part of the and underneath the eye as well. Just applying it in underneath, just gives it a nice wee highlighted kind of effect. And then again, apply some more on. Apply a little bit more, and then the exact same in underneath. Right, so that's that bit done. So now that we have applied the eyeshadow in underneath the eye, I am going to go in with a little bit of black and kind of darken it up a wee bit. So I am going to go in with the Revolution Pro liquid liner, and I am just going to apply this to the top of the lid, just in between the eyelashes and the very top of the eyelid. Just starting in the middle and dragging it out towards the end. Just a light wee line, it'll help whenever you apply the eyelashes. And just sweeping it out towards the end. And then just doing the same on the other side. So start in the middle and dragging it out towards the end, but not flicking it out too much. And then again, bringing it into the inner corner of the eye. It's a nice wee thin band that will help whenever you apply the lashes. That's that bit done. Now I'm going to go in with a black eyeliner pot and applying just a wee angled brush. Just applying just a little bit of product onto the edge. I'm going to bring it in underneath the eye. So looking up and starting from the outer corner and bringing it in. And bringing it into the inner corner, just a thin wee line, just like that, just to help darken up the eye. And then again, starting from the outer corner and bringing it in 3/4 of the way, turn around the wee angle brush, and then bringing it from the inner corner into the middle. Okay, and then we're going to go back in with the wee small brush and we're going to blend that together. Just go in the sweeping movements up and down to get rid of the harshness of the black line. And then the exact same thing again in the other side. And now we're going to apply some black eyeliner into the waterline. So I am using the Longwear gel eyeliner. And I'm going to get a wee eyeliner brush. So we round tip one like that. And applying the eyeliner onto the edge of the brush. Wiping off any excess, pulling the eyelid down, looking up and starting from the outer corner and using sweeping movements to bring it in. And then doing the same on the other eye, so pulling down the eyelid, starting from the outer corner and bringing it in along the waterline. Right, that's that bit. So then I'm going to go in with a wee black eyeliner pencil. This is just a wee Maybelline Line Refine Professional. And I'm going to darken top bit of the waterline. Just be very careful because you can poke your eye with this. I'm looking down and just applying it lightly along the lash line. You don't necessarily have to do this because the gel eyeliner in the waterline will go up to that, but I just like to do it to add a wee bit of darkness. And again, just ever so lightly, and be careful. So now I am going to apply the eyelashes. So I'm using the Perfect Girl London. I got these in Savers. They were only $3.99, and they're a nice, they're not too mad, but they're a nice wee natural lash. So getting a wee pair of slanted tweezers, pulling the eyelash off. And the glue I'm going to be using is the Duo Quick Set. Again, got this in Savers. I think it was like $4.99. It's really good. It sets the eyelashes really quickly. So I'm just going to apply a wee thin strip along the band of the lash. Like so. Another wee bit on. Set that down and just let it dry off, and then apply it to the other one. And then let that set for a couple of seconds. So sometimes what I will do is pick up the lash and give it a wee wave around. It helps it dry out a wee bit quicker. Go with the first one that's been on the longest. Getting a wee wave off. And then when you're applying eyelashes, keeping your eye closed and applying it into the middle of the eye. And then using your tweezers to push them down. I'm bringing it into the middle of the eye, and then at least then you can pull it along, whether you need to bring it more in the outer corner or bring it more in. That's one done. Give another wee wave. And then keeping the eye closed and applying it into the middle of the lash line and gently pressing down with the tweezers. It's just a wee bit wet. I'm going to let it set a wee minute and then I'll try and apply it again. Good thing about the Duo glue, even if it pops up, you can push it back down and it will stick very well for you. Now, so that's the eyelashes applied. Just while I'm waiting for them to sag a wee bit from the glue, I'm going to apply a wee bit of highlighter just above the eyebrow on the inner eye area. So going back to the Ghost Starry Eye palette. I'm going to use the lightest shade here. I'm just using a wee small fluffy brush. Applying it to the end, tapping off any excess and just focusing on the middle part of the brow bone and just going around with a circular motion. See the difference? Again, and then tapping off any excess, starting in the middle and then bringing it out. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush and just lightly go in between the crease just to get rid of any harshness from the highlighter. Try not to go on top of the glitter. So now that's done, I'm going to apply some mascara. So the mascara I am using is a Maybelline Colossal. You can get that in a waterproof mascara as well. The smoky eye one I think is quite nice. It's nice and soft, it's not too harsh. So just applying some, looking down and brushing the lashes up. This will help keep the eyelashes in place and stick with your own to give it a more natural look. Again, the other eye. Okay, and then again, applying more product onto the brush and then doing the bottom lash line. And then just small kind of like wee brushing movements along the bottom lash line. Try not to pull the lashes too much down, just keep it towards the out side of the lashes. So that's the eye part done. Now I am going to do the foundation, the contour and the highlighting. So first of all I am going to use, if I can find it, so this is just a wee lip plumping gloss. It just kind of helps plump up your lips. Not everybody needs it, but I have quite small lips, so I like to use a wee bit just before I do my foundation on, so it gives it time to set. It does tingle a wee bit, but it's not sore or anything. And I got that on the Plump It website, and it was $19.99. Applying just a wee small bit and just along the bottom lip, round circular movements, giving another wee pump, and then doing the top. It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday. So now I am going to apply the foundation. So it is MAC Studio Fix in the shade NC20. So I'm just going to get a wee foundation brush and I'm going to apply the product to the brush. I do normally have a pump, but I can't find it at the moment, so I'm just going to pat it onto the foundation brush. And we'll apply the foundation all over the skin. So starting with wee patting, brush movements, just to kind of cover everywhere, and bringing it up to the forehead. Again, just keep on patting until you kind of cover everywhere, and then you can start blending. And now we're going to start going with round circular movements to blend it all in. Just blending it all together with round circular movements, bringing it up towards the hairline, trying not to cake it too much, just using more the access and the actual foundation, and making sure you get the coverage that you want. then just round circular movements. And you get it all blended together. Try not to go too close to the eyebrow, just lightly, that you don't get any of the foundation onto the eyebrow area. Bringing it down the neck, with the excess of it, because you don't want to have too much on the neck area, because it can cake in the lines. Some of my earring. Okay. So that's the foundation blended in. So I am now going to go in with the concealer. So I'm going to go back to the eye eraser and the shade Ivory. I'm going to apply this in underneath the eye area. Just kind of like a wee half moon shape in underneath. I'm going to go back in with my buffing blending brush and start with patting movements first. And then lightly sweeping it out. Sweeping it in and out. Just to highlight the under eye area. And blending it together with the foundation. Again, pat movements first. And then kind of round circular movements to blend it all in. Okay, so once that part's done, I am going to start with the contouring. So I'm using the wee Revolution. It's actually a foundation stick in the shade F14. But I use it as a wee contouring stick. I think it's very good. It's a good, nice dark shade, so it really kind of enhances your features. So I'm going to get a wee contouring brush. This is a wee Real Techniques one. And I'm going to apply some of the product onto the end, and I always kind of buff it off the side of my hand just to take off any excess so we don't have big harsh lines, and just build it up. So starting at the top of the cheekbone and just sweeping up and down. See the definition already? Again, applying on a wee product, a little bit of product, and taking off the excess on the back of the hand. And sweeping up and down the cheekbone. Here we go, more round circular movements and just up and down. And then just doing the same on the left side. Starting the cheekbone and bringing it down. Kind of have sometimes it suck in. You just have to get the definition of your cheekbone. So that's that. The cheekbone's done. I'm just going to now start along the jawline, starting from the ear and bringing it down. And then the left side, again taking off any excess, start round circular movements. And then now a focus on my double chin area. So kind of bringing it down into like a triangular shape. And just blending it all in. Now I'm going to go and do up around the forehead. So starting the top of the forehead, again circular movements and kind of blending it in towards your hairline and bringing it down. Just doing the exact same on the other side, starting up at the top of the forehead, circular movements and bringing it down. Now I'm just going to do the nose area, so lightly up the side of the line of your nose, try not to bring it down too much. So literally just the edge. Everybody has different shapes of faces, so this technique may not suit everybody's skin type and skin features. So there will be a wee video that I will send to Mark that will help identify you what your shape of face is and how to contour that shape. Just along the bottom of the nose. So that is the contouring done. So then I'm going to go in with a wee bit of bronzer just to kind of set the contouring. So I'm just going to get that's an LMD 09 brush. That's just a wee blusher brush. So, and I'm going in with MAC Studio Fix in the shade NW40. Just apply lightly a wee bit of product onto the brush and just go over the top of your contour. Tapping off any excess. Then just be round circular movements. And under the jawline, going right under the chin. Up along the sides of the nose. Along the bottom. And then now around the forehead. Again, you don't need much product because you've got a lot of definition there already. It's just to help set the contouring. So that's that. And now I am going to set my skin with the MAC Prep and Prime loose powder. So only on a powder and pout brush P210. It's just a wee powder brush. So I use the MAC Prep and Prime because it's quite fine, translucent powder, and I find it just works better for my skin because I would have combination oily skin, which I would have sometimes quite large pores, and I find the finer the loose powder, the better it sits on your skin and the less visible your pores are. So I'm just going to get a wee small fluffy brush. I'm going to apply it onto that. I'm going to do in under the eye area and light sweeping motion. And again the other eye, just to help set it. So now I'm going to go in and do some highlighting. You're highlighting, you're concentrating on the top of your cheekbone, and you put a wee bit in your nose and a wee bit in the cupid's bow. So I'm going to go in with the MAC highlighter, and it's in the shade, it's a mineralized skin finish, and it's soft and gentle. It's lovely. It's kind of like a peachy kind of golden colour. Don't need much of this product at all. It's very pigmented. So a light bit on the end of a fluffy brush. Tapping off the excess. and going up along the top of the cheekbone. And again, on the left side, I'm concentrating just on the very top of the cheekbone. And then I sometimes go back over a little bit if you need a little more. And then bring it up the side of the forehead. Again here. And a little bit on the end of the nose. And then a little on the cupid's bow. Right, so once that is done, I am now going to go and do the lips. I'm going in with a wee purple pencil that I got from Primark. I'm just going to outline the lips and then we'll finish it off with a gloss. Starting in the cupid's bow, bringing the product up around the top and then lightly down here. And just gently sweeping it round. Try not to go over too much over the lip and keep it in along the natural lip line. And the other side. And then down along the bottom. You can go a wee bit more down along the bottom. And that's the darker liner. And then I'm actually going to bring it a wee bit more into the lip. Not fully, just kind of go along where you've already outlined it, about a quarter of the way in. This will help just keep the lip gloss in place and make your colour last longer. Now I am going to go in with the Revlon Ultra HD Vinyl Lip Polish in the shade Halute Brilliance. It's a really nice kind of like a nudie purpley colour, which I think goes really well with this eye makeup look. Starting just in the middle of the bottom lip, sweeping side to side, blending it all together, and then up along the cupid's bow and sweeping it down. So that's it now, girls. That is the cut crease with the silver glitter look. So as you can see it there, it's a really nice wee evening time look. Be nice even for a wedding or even for a wee festival, concert. Anything at all. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions at all, don't be afraid to pass them on to Mark and he'll forward them on to me. Okay, thank you, bye.